What's up and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing Borderlands 4 and when I think it will be announced. The reason I'm bringing this topic to light is because it was brought to my attention that there was an article on Game Rant talking about new leaks that there is a possible Borderlands collection on the way. Why is this important, you may ask? Well, back in the day before Borderlands 3 was released, we had a little collection known as the Handsome Jack Collection, which contained the second game and Borderlands the pre-sequel alongside all of the DLCs, which is a great deal, and I even have it now on the PC. But I don't want to get anybody's hopes up because the Handsome Jack Collection was originally released back in 2015, and we didn't even hear a damn thing about Borderlands 3 until 2017 when they did the Unreal Engine tech demo, which was pretty cool. They showed up the new Unreal 3 engine and all the new lighting and different graphics and fidelity. I can get it if you're into the ins and outs of Borderlands and what it looks like and all that shit. Just announce the game. I understand it's probably not even close to ready right now, so obviously I'm not asking for it to be announced right now. But don't tease us with a tech demo like you did with Borderlands 3, please. The reason why I say this is because I'm 20 years old right now, and back in 2017, I was only in middle school. Well, here's the thing. By the time Borderlands 3 actually released, I was in the middle of my junior year in high school. I was damn near done with school. I think that's just too long, and I think some of the hype kind of died down a little bit, and I know all of us still got excited when the third game dropped, but the wait was so long. I mean, it just felt like it just went on and on and on. We waited for that game. Nonetheless, I don't want to ramble on too much about that. I want to jump into this article on Game Rant about the new Borderlands Collection leaks. The upcoming Borderlands Collection could potentially feature every title in the mainline series to date, with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands perhaps packed in as a spin-off game, though that's just speculation, as at this time, since Tiny Tina's Wonderlands isn't technically set on Pandora, there's a chance that the collection may skip that entry in the series. It's also possible that the tales from the Borderlands games could be included in such a collection as well, but again, all fans can do is speculate until more official info is released. I'm going to scroll down a little bit because it kind of rambles on about stuff we don't really care about. Although the leaks suggest that it may be soon, it's currently unclear when the latest Borderlands collection will release. The April listing for it may suggest that it will be launched soon, but 2K Games may pause things until the Borderlands movie is released. Some games that have been released in recent years have been shadow dropped almost immediately after an announcement trailer, with the Borderlands compilation Pandora's Box potentially following that trend, given that the included games already exist individually, but fans will just have to wait and see what happens. So with all that being said, we already have the release date for the Borderlands movie, and that is not good news. If you don't know what that means, we will not be seeing any Borderlands collection anytime soon, people. Now, in that article, it used the term shadow drop. If you want to know what that means, I had to go ahead and look it up myself because my dumbass didn't even know what it meant, so don't feel bad. Shadow drop, also known as stealth drop, is a term used to refer to games and other media that are released the same day they are announced or released without announcements whatsoever. Borderlands 1 Remastered was released on April 3rd, and it was only announced on March 28th, proving that it's not just an out-of-the-blue idea that Gearbox could one day, just at some random-ass press conference, let's say E3 2024, just to put a rough estimate on it. And I think E3 2024 isn't a bad prediction for it, just because I believe that's going to be after the Borderlands movie, which is set to release in 2024, if you did not know. Oh shit, well, you know what, apparently I'm doing a little research right now, and E3 2024 and 2025 are apparently speculated to be canceled right now. So I guess that wasn't a very good prediction. It says they were scheduled for June 11th and 3rd respectively, and it's unclear if they will ultimately go through as planned or if they will move to another city entirely. Of course, this doesn't mean that E3 is gone permanently. And that information comes from IGN.com. But my theory still stands. You still have other big gaming events like PAX East and PAX West, and plenty of places that Gearbox can nuzzle their little heads in. But from the looks of it, it really doesn't look like we're going to be seeing this Borderlands collection anytime soon. So what does that mean for Borderlands 4? It's really starting to look more and more like Borderlands 4 is going to be the Borderlands MMO that Randy Pitchford has just raved on endlessly. Several times throughout the years, he's talked about wanting to do a Borderlands MMO. And it's really starting to shape up to look like that's what this is going to be. That does not excite me in the least bit. As you know, back in the day, they handed the franchise over to 2K Australia and let them do whatever the hell they wanted with the game. And while I think Borderlands pre-sequel is pretty damn good for what it is, it was definitely a step down compared to Borderlands 2. Overall, it's just got less content, less memorable characters, less personality overall. I mean, the whole space theme was just not as interesting and beautiful as Pandora. Even though I like the aesthetic, though, I love the different characters, I like all their skill trees, but I do think Borderlands, the pre-sequel, did lack a lot of content. Even though it does have a lot of upsides, I don't want to ramble on about it too much longer because that's not what we're here for. Team of devs has just not been practical in the past. And if Borderlands 4 becomes an all-online experience, that truly does worry me for where the franchise is headed. As Borderlands has predominantly been a completely offline experience with co-op elements, I think that's where it shines the best. As no matter what, we're always going to have Borderlands 2. And the upsides to that are that all the old games that we love to go back and play, we will always be able to play them. But let's just say for right now that Borderlands 4 is an MMO. You gotta think seeing the franchise go completely online, if that is the route they take, would have to take a lot of time to implement that into the Borderlands formula. It's really looking like, at the best, a late 2025 release. I'm talking late 2025, maybe Christmas season, man. Meaning that, to be honest with you, I would be surprised if we even heard about this game in 2024. I definitely don't think we're going to hear any announcements about Borderlands 4 in 2023, as it's just too damn early. Wonderlands just came out in 2022. There's really no reason for them to be talking about the game. It's probably just too early in development right now. So at the best, I could see this game being mentioned in maybe late 2024, with a release date more than likely coming in early 2025. I know that was a lot of numbers. I didn't mean to break your skulls there. But with where we're at right now, it doesn't look like we're going to hear any peeps about this game, or even the Borderlands Collection for that matter, probably for the rest of the year. While this may be some upsetting news for some of you, there are still a lot of things to look forward to, like the Borderlands film, even though we're also going to have to wait till next year for that. Hell, I'm excited to see what the trailer looks like for this Borderlands movie, because we haven't even seen that yet. And given that this movie was announced like half a decade ago, that's really got to worry me with anything Borderlands related right now, especially with the writer's strike going on in the world, because I'm pretty sure it's also affecting the storylines with game writing, meaning that this might also push back Borderlands 4, as there might not be many writers right now. I don't know what the situation is with Gearbox and their writers right now, but I do know that it looks like the writer's strike is not coming to an end anytime soon. And given all the hell that the Borderlands movie has gone through, I mean, that movie has just been through development hell. It's definitely got me biting my fingernails waiting to see what the hell is going to happen with this property next. Regardless, I'm still looking forward to the movie, and hell, I might even do a review of it when it comes out. Hell, maybe even a reaction to the trailer if you guys are interested. But yeah, that's really all I've got for you guys today. When do you think we will see Borderlands 4 announced? And do you think that collection is going to come out this year? Honestly, I don't. I could definitely see it being pushed back just because of the Borderlands movie and all the trouble it's having. Either way, let's keep our fingers crossed that that collection does come out this year. I want to know your guys' thoughts. Are you interested in a big collection with all the Borderlands games, with all DLCs included? I know I am. Unfortunately, but at least they are still doing things with this beloved franchise that we all hold near and dear to our hearts. It just means the world to me that they're at least still trying. There's so many franchises that just get abandoned and die off. One of my favorites that fell into this kind of purgatory state was Dead Rising. First couple releases, really good. Then they came out with a third and fourth game that were just absolutely terrible. And then the company that produces those games, Capcom Vancouver, went under. And then if I'm not mistaken, Capcom Japan, who produced my favorite game in the franchise, Dead Rising 1, reacquired the rights to the franchise. So I guess there's a chance we could see it again. But there's a lot of franchises that fall into that abandonment category where they don't really have anything announced or anything to look forward to. It's not like a Call of Duty or a GTA where, you just get releases all the time. I guess I shouldn't say GTA. It's been like a decade since we've got one of those. But it's one of those things, at least they're coming. And that's how I feel about Borderlands right now. At least we know it's being worked on. and that there is more to come. Whether it's good or bad, you know I'll be here to tell you. And whether it's good or bad, Hellfire is going to be here to spin the truth. And I love you all to death. I hope you all are having a good day, man. Stay safe out there. And with that, I will see you all in the next one.